Can you tell us what happened in court today?
Sure. Cameron Joshua has been charged with 2 counts of carrying a weapon, and it has only tangential relationship to this shooting involving Takeoff. He's not being charged with the shooting. I think the DA's office knows the difference between carrying a weapon and a shooting case, and if they thought he was involved in the shooting, they would have charged him with it.
So is this where, like, I guess there's social media video, like what we've all seen, where he's in the video carrying a gun? Is that where you think all this stemmed from? Or?
That's my understanding. According to the affidavit that's been filed in the first carrying a weapon case, it's based on the shooting. Let me say, it's based on the circumstances surrounding the shooting, in that he's alleged to have had a gun there at the scene when the shooting happened.
And is that a witness saw him with the gun rather than him having used it?
Right, and that's my understanding as well, that it's based on a witness's observation that he had a firearm.
And then the witness apparently said they saw him re-racking the weapon.
That's the rumor. I haven't seen anything to support that.
Does Cameron Joshua know who shot Takeoff?
We will discuss that with the DA's office if we decide to. Right now, we're charged with offenses and we're not saying anything.
What do you mean if you decide to?
Well, everybody has the opportunity to discuss those matters if they choose to.
Does the gun he was carrying match anything at the scene? Have the police told you anything about ballistics?
I'm not familiar with anything associated with the ballistics. That hasn't been made available to me.
When's the next court date?
We have a bond hearing next week. Nothing further.
Can you spell your last name again?
Down at DOWNY.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
So check it out now. Holy. Now finally we're getting some progress in this goddamn case. Let's solve Takeoff's death. Okay, justice Takeoff. We gotta get to it, all right? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, here's the thing. The lawyer of Lil Cam is saying that he's innocent, okay? Basically saying that he got locked up for something that got pretty much nothing to do with Takeoff's murder, even though it happened the night of Takeoff's murder. What is it? Okay, apparently he had a gun. And he's on charges, and he's actually a felon. He's on charges, or actually on bond, for 2 other cases. So not only should he not be committing a crime, he shouldn't be having a gun, period. But his lawyer's trying to say it has nothing to do with Takeoff dying. He's also saying, well, they didn't charge the guy yet with Shoot Takeoff. He ain't Shoot Takeoff. But let's be clear. He also admitted, and this is why this lawyer kind of talked in circles, the lawyer admitted the reason why he caught this charge is because there's a witness who talked to the cops who basically signed an affidavit to say they saw him with a gun. That's why he's charged with having a gun. Now, this lawyer for Lil Cam is saying he didn't use it. Well, the same witness also said he saw Lil Cam racking the gun. Now, if you don't know how a gun works and why you would rack it, basically, that's usually the motion that you would try to put a bullet in the chamber. You get it ready to get fired, okay? Or you're clearing a jam, or you're probably putting in a new clip to fire some more. So basically, if you're racking a gun, you're usually ready to use said gun, okay? Now let me also throw something to the mix, because they asked the lawyer, yo, does he know who shot Takeoff? And he's like, well, you know, we'll talk to the DA. Maybe that's something that comes up, which pretty much is kind of opening the door for maybe a proffer later down the line, or maybe just snitching. Who cares? You know what I mean? Again, basically, it seems like, at least right now, since nothing is officially charged, everything's on the table that could help in solving the crime. Whether this guy was the real shooter or he wasn't, looked like he might even start get up in there and run his mouth to avoid a charge, or maybe get his charge lessened. Who knows, okay? Clearly, at this point, he hasn't been charged with murder. If you ask me, my prediction, he will be charged with some type of shooting offense. Whether it's aggravated assault, whether it's murder, something is going to come down. I think they use this info from this witness to lock him up, to make sure he don't go on the run. They don't want to catch that dude in North Dakota. Lock him up. Okay, now we got a bail hearing next week, and the prosecutor is saying they're pushing for no bail. This is a very high-profile case, but also I think they don't want everybody to be spooked. I think there's some cover-up going on and some other things. Everybody's trying to act like and brush this under, you know what I mean? Like, they're trying to get this out of the way, okay? Unfortunately, that was an event with a bunch of street dudes. They're not too forthcoming, and it don't seem like they're trying to get people locked up, okay? However, in the interest of justice for Takeoff's family, somebody gonna get locked up, and Lil Cam is the first again, just make sense out of this, right? If the witness said they saw you with the gun, that's why you got a charge for having a gun. But the same witness also says you were racking the gun. Granted, yeah, somebody has to see you fire the gun, but it's only plausible that you probably were firing a gun. But again, let's not jump to conclusions. Here's the great thing about it: they're working this investigation very thoroughly, and whenever they do come down with charges, they're probably going to be very big and heavy. Okay, so we'll see what it is, man. But the lawyer of Lil Cam says he ain't shoot nothing, but he was just racking the gun. Maybe he thought it was a toy. Who knows? Maybe Lil Cam was just fascinated with the gun. He just had it out, racking the slide. You know what I mean? Okay, gotcha, buddy. Get a comment, but you guys like them, subscriber. Rest in peace, Takeoff. Justice will be swift.